Addition reactions. Any specific name for those addition reactions? Electrophilic addition reaction. Why is it called electrophilic addition reaction? Anyone? Why is it called electrophilic addition reaction? Why not nucleophilic addition? On the alkene, you are adding both the electrophile as well as nucleophile. You are adding both the parts. The electrophilic part will be added to carbon bearing higher number of hydrogens. The nucleophilic part will be added to carbon bearing lesser number of hydrogens. But overall, we are saying the reaction as electrophilic addition reaction. What is the reason for that? Anyone? Anyone? It is based on the rate determining step. The rate determining step is the addition of electrophile. Hence, it is called as electrophilic addition reaction. What happens in the addition of HBr? Suppose HBr के addition में देखते हैं. Whenever you are adding H positive, it is converting into a carbocation. This particular step is the rate determining step. In the second step, what happens? Br minus will attack on this, and we will convert this into a neutral species. So this is relatively unstable, and you are converting this into a stable compound. Hence, this particular reaction will be happening at a faster rate. यहाँ पे initially a relatively stable है, because this is neutral. You are converting that into an unstable compound. Okay. So this particular step, addition of H positive or the addition of electrophile, is the rate determining step. Hence, it is called as electrophilic addition reaction. Okay. In this particular reaction, whenever you are adding H positive, you are forming a carbocation, which is sp2 hybridized. On the sp2 hybridized carbon, the attack can be from the top as well as from the bottom. As this carbon is a chiral carbon, you will get reciproc mixture as the end product. Okay. The order of reactivity of different alkenes is highly substituted alkene greater than, uske baad thoda kam substitution, so on and so forth. The reason is, with highly substituted alkene, you can form a 3-degree carbocation. More is the substitution, the carbocation that is going to be formed will be more stable. Agreed? Reactivity with respect to HX, HI greater than, HBr greater than, HCl greater than HF. This is with respect to the ability to furnish H positive. जितना जल्दी H positive आएगा, जितना ज़्यादा H positive आएगा, उतना ज़्यादा stable होगा. Sorry, उतना ज़्यादा reactivity होगा. Agreed? Okay. Next addition of HBr on alkenes in the presence of a peroxide. In the presence of peroxide, you will get anti-Markovnikov product, and the reason for that is it follows free radical mechanism. This R2O2 is an ideal substrate for homolytic fission, so you will be having the alkoxy free radicals. Alkoxy free radicals. This alkoxy free radical will react with HBr to form Br free radical. So in the first step, in the addition of HBr in the presence of peroxides, you will be adding Br free radical. In the case of addition of HBr in the absence of peroxides, you will be adding H positive first. वहाँ पे H positive add करके you will be forming carbocation, and यहाँ पे Br free radical add करके you will be forming a free radical. You will be adding Br free radical so as to form a stable free radical. This is 2-degree free radical. This is 1-degree free radical. So this is more stable. Hence, the major product will be 1-bromopropene. Agreed? Sorry, 1-bromopropane. As this is the major. as this is the more stable free radical, the Br free radical will have more and more tendency to attack on this particular carbon and to form a 2-degree free radical rather than attacking on this carbon and forming a 1-degree free radical. So end product आपको anti-Morponic और product जैसे दिखेगा. But even in this case, we are focusing on the stability of the intermediate that is formed. In case of pure addition of SBr, what is happening in the first step? You are adding H positive and you are focusing on stability of the carbocation. In this case, you are adding Br free radical and you are focusing on stability of the carbon free radical. Is this clear? Okay. Then we have seen some questions. Yeah, ये वाला standard question है. Whenever you are adding HBr on this, you will be forming geminal dihalide but not vicinal dihalide. Geminal dihalide is found based on again the stability of the intermediate. If I am forming this carbocation can be resonance stabilized, which will lead to octet completed structure. Next addition of sulfuric acid. If you are adding cold concentrated sulfuric acid, as it is concentrated H2SO4, as the temperature is less, H2SO4 breaks as H positive and HSO4 minus. This is the electrophilic part, this is the nucleophilic part, and you need to add according to Markovnikov's rule. The electrophilic part will be added to carbon bearing higher number of hydrogens. The nucleophilic part will be added to carbon bearing lesser number of hydrogens. The formed product is called as alkyl hydrogen sulfate. Any doubt, anyone? Next, acid catalyzed hydration. If you are doing dehydration or if you are doing hydration, always there is a necessity for the addition of a catalyst, acid catalyst. The reason for this is H2O जो है, it is a weak electrolyte. It will not split to H positive and OH minus to an extent. Hence, there is a need to add a catalyst H positive. Whenever you are adding H positive, that H positive will be attacking first, leading to the formation of carbocation. Once you form the carbocation, the H2O will be attacking on that to form the alcohol. Again, you will be adding according to Markovnikov's rule. H positive will be added here, OH minus will be added here. Any doubt? As the mechanism involves formation of carbocation, you need to definitely see for the rearrangements. If the formed carbocation is not stable, and if there is a possibility for the stability of the carbocation, always you need to do rearrangements. In the rearrangement, standard rearrangements involve expansion of the ring. आपको जो exam में questions आएंगे, they usually involve expansion of the ring. I hope you can do that. If you are having a 5-member ring, if there is a possibility for the formation of 6-member ring, do the expansion. 4-member ring है, for possibility for the formation of 5-member ring है, do the expansion. Okay. Yes. Oxidation of alkenes. If you have cold dilute alkaline KMnO4, which is called as Bayer's reagent, and the color of it is purple pink, whenever you are adding the Bayer's reagent to the alkene, it will be decolorized because of formation of diol. आपको करना क्या है? You need to break 1 pi bond. Whenever you are breaking a bond, you need to give OH to both the carbons. The addition of Bayer's reagent is syn addition. So if you are having a cis alkene, the final product will be meso. If you are having a trans alkene, trans plus syn addition, you will be getting racemic mixture. If it is unsymmetrical cis alkene, then also you will get the racemic mixture. If it is symmetrical, then only you will be getting meso. Agreed? This particular reaction is used as a test for unsaturation. Can you tell me another reaction which is used for test as a test for unsaturation?
Halogen.
Halogen. even in halogenation, only the addition of Br2. Br2 is having reddish brown color. Cl2 के लिए ऐसा कुछ color नहीं है. Only for the addition of Br2 you are having reddish brown color. The reddish brown color of Br2 will be decolorized. Okay. If you are adding K1O4, which is a stronger oxidizing agent, in that case you need to break both the bonds. Whenever you are breaking two bonds, you need to attach 2OH. 2OH on the same carbon atom is unstable. You need to remove H2O. Even after removal of H2O, if you see an oxidizable hydrogen, the hydrogen that is attached to C double bond O carbon are oxidizable. You need to convert that into OH, which will eventually lead to H2CO3. H2CO3 is an unstable compound. It converts into CO2 and H2O. Okay. बस आपको ये देखते जाना है, whenever you see two OH on the same carbon atom, it is unstable. So if you are having least substituted carbon, that particular part converts into CO2 and H2O. If you are having highly substituted carbon, that particular carbon converts into ketone. If you are having one substitution less, first this particular carbon will be converting into aldehyde. Even in here, you are having an oxidizable hydrogen. So you need to convert this into OH, leading to the formation of carboxylic acid. So in this case, the products are ketone and carboxylic acid. In this case, both of them will be converting into ketone. Highly substituted part converts into ketone. One substitution less converts into carboxylic acid. Least substituted carbon converts into CO2 and H2O. So based on this particular reaction, you can form only ketones, carboxylic acids only. You can never get an aldehyde. If you want to get an aldehyde, you can do a reaction called ozonolysis. अभी इनमें कुछ reactions देखा हमने. Yeah. Ozonolysis जो है, the initial step is like an addition step. If you observe, you are breaking these particular bonds and you are adding O3 onto this. The initial step is nothing but an addition step leading to the formation of a cyclic ozonide. After this, there is two types of ozonolysis: reductive ozonolysis and oxidative ozonolysis. For oxidative ozonolysis, the reagent is H2O2 in the presence of a base. And for reductive ozonolysis, you again have two different reagents: zinc in the presence of acetic acid, or zinc acetate, or dimethyl sulfur. If you are doing oxidative ozonolysis, the highly substituted part, यहाँ पे आपको break करके you simply need to attach double bond O. The highly substituted part will be converting into ketone. The less substituted part, if you are having one substitution less, it will be converting into aldehyde first. This being oxidative ozonolysis, the aldehyde further converts into carboxylic acid, which is similar to that of addition of K1O4 or K2Cr2O7. The only difference is if you are having least substituted carbon, that particular carbon first converts into HCHO, formaldehyde, which on further oxidation, only one of the hydrogen will be converting into OH, leading to formic acid. The least substituted part won't be giving CO2 and H2O in case of ozonolysis. It will be converting into formic acid. Everyone, is this clear? The reason is H2O2 is mild oxidizing agent. It is not a strong oxidizing agent. Hence, one of the hydrogen only will be converting into OH. If you are doing reductive ozonolysis, in this case, you can form aldehydes. If you are having one substitution less, this will be converting into aldehyde and the reaction will end here. With zinc, the byproduct is zinc oxide. With dimethyl sulfur, the byproduct is यहाँ पे जो oxygen है इसको दे देना. You will be getting DMSO, which is called as dimethyl sulfoxide, a very important organic solvent. Any doubt, anyone? Okay. In general, if nothing is mentioned about the type of ozonolysis, always take reductive ozonolysis, where you will be forming aldehydes and ketones. Carboxylic acids नहीं बनेगा. Okay. I hope everyone of you know how to write the ozonolysis products. जहाँ पे भी double bond है उसको break करके double bond दे देना. If it is oxidative ozonolysis, if you are able to convert that into carboxylic acid, do that. अगर कीटोन बन रहे तो वहां पे छोड़ देना. ओके, ये स्टैंडर्ड क्वेश्चंस है. ओजोनोलिसिस ऑफ ऑर्थोजाइलिन, मेटाजाइलिन एंड पैराजाइलिन. Xylene मतलब benzene ring के ऊपर 2 CH3. If both the CH3 are present ortho to each other, it is called as orthoxylene. They will be asking what are the number of or what are the products of ozonolysis of orthoxylene or metaxylene or paraxylene. What you need to remember is you need to take both the resonating structures and you need to form the products. This is one of the resonating structure. You can have another resonating structure of it. You need to do ozonolysis of both these structures and you need to form the products. If I'm doing ozonolysis of this, you will get methyl glyoxal and then glyoxal. Okay, I hope you know how to write the names of this. This is called as ethylene. If we are forming a vicinal diol of this, it is called as ethylene glycol. If you are doing further oxidation of this, it can be converted into aldehyde, which is called as glyoxal. If you are substituting one of the hydrogen by methyl group, it is called as methyl glyoxal. If you substitute both the hydrogens with 2 methyl groups, it will be called as dimethyl glyoxal. Okay. I hope you can write the ozonolysis products. जहां पे भी डबल बॉन्ड है उसको ब्रेक करना है. whenever you are breaking the double bond, उस कार्बन के लिए give double bond O. So यहाँ पे एक डबल बॉन्ड O मिलेगा, यहाँ पे एक डबल बॉन्ड O मिलेगा, which will be giving me methyl glyoxal. यहाँ पे भी डबल बॉन्ड O, again you will get methyl glyoxal. यहाँ पे डबल बॉन्ड O किया तो you will be getting glyoxal. Any doubt? Okay. Here if you are forming double bond O and double bond O, you will be getting dimethyl glyoxal. यहाँ पे आपको डबल बॉन्ड O किया तो you will be getting glyoxal. In here again you will get glyoxal. So if you do ozonolysis of this structure, you are getting 2 moles of glyoxal and 1 mole of dimethyl glyoxal. यहाँ पे आपको 2 moles of methyl glyoxal and 1 mole of glyoxal. Any doubt? Okay. Similarly, you can write the ozonolysis products of metaxylene and paraxylene. Then we have seen polymerization reaction. What you need to do is you need to break the pi bond and form the free radicals. So age of particular polymerization reaction, it involves free radical mechanism. We will be analyzing in detail the mechanism in the chapter of polymers. That chapter will be the last chapter of our organic chemistry. So यहाँ पे break करेंगे, यहाँ पे free radical मिलेगा, यहाँ पे free radical मिलेगा. Attach this particular molecule to another molecule and you will be forming polyethene. Several such free radicals will be joined to form a polymer called polyethene. The type of polymerization is addition polymerization because you are adding several units of ethene. You are not removing any of the groups present inside the ethene. You are simply adding one ethene to the other ethene. Hence, it is called as addition polymerization, which involves free radical mechanism. If you are having propene or propylene, you will be forming polypropene or polypropylene. This compound is called as tetrafluoroethene, which will lead to the formation of polytetrafluoroethene, which is commonly called as Teflon, which is used in non-stick cookware. This is about alkenes. Okay. Alkynes preparation method. We have seen 2 preparation methods for alkynes. One is preparation method for acetylene with the help of calcium carbide. If you are doing hydrolysis of calcium carbide, matlab if you are introducing CaCO2 in water, you will be directly getting acetylene. How to form calcium carbide? Calcium carbide can be prepared from calcium carbonate. If you heat calcium carbonate, you will have a decomposition reaction leading to the formation of CaO and CO2. If you react CaO with carbon, it will result in the formation of calcium carbide and calcium sorry, calcium carbide and carbon monoxide. This calcium carbide upon hydrolysis, you will get acetylene. Other preparation method is using vicinal dihalide. If you do elimination, if you are doing one elimination, you will be removing one hydrogen and halogen, leading to the formation of an alkene. If you are removing both the halogens, if you are doing dehydrohalogenation twice, you will be removing this H and X, leading to the formation of two pi bonds or leading to the formation of an alkyne. For dehydrohalogenation or for elimination, the standard reagent used is alcoholic KOH, or you need to use a base. Remember this, if you want to do elimination, you need to have a base. Alcoholic KOH is nothing but a base, where the base is OH minus. Alcoholic KOH is a weaker base, hence you can remove only one hydrogen and one halogen, leading to the formation of this alkene. For the removal of another hydrogen and halogen, you need to have a stronger base. NaNH2, which gives me NH2 minus, is a stronger base when compared to KOH. Out of H2O and NH3, H2O is a stronger acid, so उसका conjugate base OH minus जो है weak हो गया. NH3 being a weaker acid, उसका conjugate base NH2 minus strong हुआ. Okay. So this NH2 minus removes another hydrogen and halogen, leading to the formation of an alkyne. Any doubt, anyone? Okay. You can initially add NaNH2, but NaNH2 is a costly compound, hence you will be adding that in the second step. In the first step, you will be adding alkalic KOH, and in the second step, you will be using sodamide. Here, just sodamide here, this can also be formed using sodium in liquid NH3. They may also give the reagent as sodium in liquid NH3, which is used in burst reduction. Okay. Rather than giving NaNH2, they will give that as sodium in liquid NH3. Then it will be forming NaNH2. Any doubt, anyone? Okay. If you are forming a terminal alkyne, the terminal alkyne will further react with sodamide, because this is a base and terminal alkyne is an acid, to form this particular salt. Okay. Then we have seen reactions, hydrogenation, addition of H2. If you are simply adding H2 in the presence of nickel, platinum, palladium, you will end up forming alkanes. If you are adding H2 in the presence of a poison like palladium, palladized carbon, BSO4 or pyrrolene, which is called as Lindlar's catalyst, you will have syn addition, leading to the formation of a cis alkene. If you are doing burst reduction, it will lead to the formation of trans alkene. आपको ये याद रखना है, this particular alkane has to be mid alkyne, or it should not be a terminal alkyne. If it is a terminal alkyne, there will be an acid base reaction. Is that clear? Okay. Then we have seen halogenation. Again, this particular halogenation reaction can be used as a test for unsaturation. In case of alkyne, two molecules of X2 can be added, leading to the formation of a tetrahalide. In the first step, the addition will be anti-addition, and as alkyne hai, being a linear molecule, upon anti-addition, you will be getting a trans alkene. उसके बाद further X2 add होने से, you will be getting a tetrahalide. Is that clear? So initially, it will lead to the formation of a trans alkene, which eventually converts into a tetrahalide. Addition of HX, hydrohalogenation. If you are adding HX, there will always be formation of geminal dihalide. Vicinal dihalide can never be formed. That is based on the stability of the intermediate. After addition of HX, if you are adding next molecule of HX, you will be forming this particular carbocation. because this can be stabilized by resonance, leading to formation of octet complete structure. Hence, if you are adding HX on an alkyne, always you will get geminal dihalide. You can never get vicinal dihalide. Is this clear? Okay. इस केस में हमने कैसे जज किया? That is based on the stability of the vinyl carbocation that is formed. You can form the vinyl carbocation on this carbon as well as on this carbon. We will prefer to form the vinyl carbocation on this carbon as this is more stable. This vinyl carbocation is stabilized by CH2CH3, which is a stronger electron releasing group when compared to CH3. Accordingly, you will form the major product. Agreed? Any doubt, anyone? Okay. उसके बाद hydration reaction देखा. This reaction is very, very important. Whenever you are doing hydration, usually you take, for the alkynes, usually you take Hg catalyst, H2O in the presence of HgSO4 or Hg2 positive, which is used as a catalyst. Again, you need to attach H and OH according to Markovnikov's rule. So H will be attached here, OH will be attached here, which will lead to the formation of enol. In general, enols are unstable when compared to keto compounds. So you will rearrange this. You will tautomerize to form a ketone. If you are having a terminal alkyne, it will result in the formation of a methyl ketone, which can give a reaction called haloform reaction. We will explore this reaction later on. If you are adding to any other alkyne, you will be having a ketone, which won't be a methyl ketone, but you will be getting a ketone. Is this clear? You can never get aldehydes in this reaction unless and until it is HCHO. Unless and until it is acetylene. If you are having acetylene, HC triple bond CH. If you are adding H2 onto this, what you will get? You will get HC double bond CH2 and यहाँ पे आपको OH होगा, which will tautomerize to give you CH3CHO. Only in this case you will be getting an aldehyde. Rest all other cases you will be getting a ketone. Clear है? Okay. Then we have seen oxidation. You are having 3 bonds between 2 carbons. Whenever you are adding KMnO4, break all the bonds, attach OH. If you see 2 OH groups on the same carbon atom, it is unstable, remove H2O, which leads to the formation of carboxylic acid. Okay, any doubt? If it is acetylene, it will be converting into 2 moles of CO2 and 2 H2O. Agreed? Because this converts into HCOOH. HCOOH में further there will be an oxidizable hydrogen which converts into OH, which converts into H2CO3. H2CO3 being an unstable compound, it converts into CO2 and H2O. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you do ozonolysis में क्या करेंगे? Again, the first step is the addition step of O3. You will break both these bonds. You are breaking only 2 bonds here. यहाँ पे एक bond intact रहेगा. There is the formation of cyclic ozonide. There is a bond formation between these two, or there is bond between this carbon and this carbon. So whenever you are doing ozonolysis, in this case you will be doing only reductive ozonolysis. Whenever you are breaking this particular bond is intact. Okay, so यहाँ पे C double bond जैसे मिलेगा. Which on long standing, this bond also will break to convert into 2 moles of carboxylic acids. Any doubt, anyone? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Polymerization, if you do linear polymerization, ethine will be giving you polyethine or acetylene gives you polyacetylene. आपको एक ही बॉन्ड ब्रेक करना है. If you are breaking bond, you will be getting two free radicals, so उनको जोड़ते जाओ. So you will be getting polyacetylene. Cyclic polymerization reaction is important, which leads to formation of benzene. Reagent here, red hot Fe tube. If you want to form benzene from hexane and hexane, what is the catalyst used?
Cr2O3 V2O5.
V2O5 MO2.
MO2O3.
Very good. Cr2O3 or V2O5 or MO2O3. If you are having propine, this on reaction with red hot Fe tube, it will be forming 1,3,5 trimethyl benzene. 1, 2, 3 trimethyl benzene बनने का chance कम होगा because of steric hindrance. Any doubt?
Nice, sir.
Isomerization, if you are using alcoholic KOH, this will be converting into mid alkyne. If you use NH2, this is again converting into terminal alkyne. This reaction is very important. Acidic nature of terminal alkynes. Terminal alkynes are acidic because of presence of sp hybridized carbon, and sp hybridized carbon is more electronegative than sp3 hybridized nitrogen. So this being acidic, it can react with metals or S block elements to liberate hydrogen gas. It can react with some of the bases. It can react with NaOH to form RC triple bond minus and H2O, but this particular reaction will be predominantly in backward direction as H2O is a stronger acid when compared to alkyne. Or else we can state this as a terminal alkyne hai, it is not soluble in NaOH. One which can react with NaOH, we say it will be soluble. Terminal alkynes are not soluble in NaOH as it cannot react with NaOH as the reaction is predominantly in backward direction. Any doubt, anyone? It can react with NaNH2 because the formed acid is NH3. NH3 is a weaker acid when compared to terminal alkyne because sp hybridized carbon is more electronegative than sp3 hybridized nitrogen. So in this case, the reaction is predominantly in forward direction. Or terminal alkynes can dissolve in sodamide, but they cannot dissolve in sodium hydroxide. Any doubt? Okay, next. Because of the presence of acidic hydrogen, they can react with two more reagents called ammonical silver nitrate solution and ammonical cuprous chloride solution. If we are adding ammonical silver nitrate solution has AgNH3 twice positive. This is a coordination compound. We will be analyzing the structure of this in the chapter of coordination compounds. अभी के लिए इतना याद रखना, AgNO3 when it is dissolved in aqueous ammonia, it will form AgNH3 twice positive. Similarly, cuprous chloride when it is dissolved in aqueous ammonia, it will form CuNH3 4 positive. In both the cases, the oxidation states of Ag and Cu is +1. When they react with terminal alkyne being acidic, it will liberate H positive. In the place of H positive, Ag positive will be replaced, leading to the formation of a precipitate, white precipitate. This is called as silver acetylide. Okay, which is a white precipitate. And there is liberation of ammonia gas. A jo H positive hai, the solution being basic, the H positive will be combining with OH minus to form H2O. So simply there is an acid-base reaction. This is giving me H positive, this is giving me OH minus, there is an acid-base reaction. Any doubt, anyone? And this particular reaction is going in forward direction. यहाँ पे देखना, this is an acid, H2O is an acid. Out of H2O and terminal alkyne, which is the stronger acid? H2O. So even in this case, we should expect the reaction is in predominantly backward direction. But the reaction is able to go in forward direction as one of the product formed is precipitate. Okay, if you keep on removing this precipitate, the reaction will go in forward direction. Agreed? According to Le Chatelier's principles, if the product's concentration decrease, the reaction will go in forward direction. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, इस केस में there is again an acid base reaction. The H positive will be removed, and in the presence of H positive, you will be getting Cu positive, which is a brick red precipitate. The reaction is able to move in forward direction as one of the products formed is a precipitate. Any doubt, anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. Let us solve some questions. Again, I will be discussing home assignment 2. Home assignment 1 जो है and home assignment 3 जो है, do that as homework. Okay. पहले आप लोग अटेम्प्ट करो ये क्वेश्चंस को. Solve 1 to 5 questions. We will discuss. In the first question, they are adding Br2 in the presence of NaCl. In general, Br2 is added in the presence of CCl4, right? Now they are adding Br2 in the presence of NaCl. You need to change the product. नेट में हम ऐड क्या करेंगे? On the alkene, you will be adding an electrophilic part as well as a nucleophilic part. Br2 के अंदर से क्या क्या मिलेगा मुझे? Br positive जैसा कुछ मिलेगा, Br negative जैसा मिलेगा. In the solution, you also have NaCl. NaCl is a strong electrolyte, so you will be having Na positive and Cl minus. So you need to tell me what will you add? क्या क्या ऐड करेंगे? If you are adding Br positive and Br minus, you will be getting product A. Agreed? If you add Br positive and Cl minus, you will be getting product B. Agreed? यही cases है. You cannot have Cl positive, so you cannot get C. Option C. Cl positive तो नहीं है ना सिस्टम के अंदर, so option C तो आपको कभी नहीं मिलेगा. Agreed?
Product B.
Product B. Okay. Reason?
Sir,
you have two choices. Br minus can go and attack or Cl minus can go and attack.
सर वो हमने ये यूज किया ना अभी NaCl. फिर if we use say CCl4 अपना A आया होता.
Okay, if you use CCl4, you will definitely get A. If you are using NaCl, product B मिलेगा. The reason is Cl minus is a stronger reagent when compared to Br minus. Out of HCl and HBr, which is stronger acid? HBr is a strong acid. So Br minus is a weak base. Weak base का मतलब क्या है? उसका एनर्जी कम है. Cl minus is a stronger base when compared to Br minus. So Cl minus will have the tendency to go and attack rather than Br minus. Agreed? जो ज्यादा स्टेबल है वो जाके रिएक्ट नहीं करेगा. जो कम स्टेबल है it will have more tendency to go and react. Agreed everyone? So प्रोडक्ट क्या मिलेगा? एक Br अटैच होगा और एक Cl अटैच होगा. Is this clear? Second question. Any doubt anyone? Second question. When propylene is treated with chlorine. Propylene मतलब क्या हो गया? Propylene is nothing but propene. The common name of propene is propylene. The common name of ethene is ethylene. When this is treated with Cl2 in the presence of HNO plus Cl2 and heat, allyl chloride is formed as the main product. The mechanism of the reaction is, what you are adding Cl2, you are not adding this in the presence of Cl4, CCl4. You are adding Cl2 in the presence of HNO or heat. So this is the reagent for alkane. So if this is the reagent for alkane, this will be attached onto this particular carbon. ये वाला alkane part हुआ ना? This particular part is alkene. Agreed? So you should not attach that chlorine onto this particular pi bond. You need to attach that chlorine here. And the mechanism involves free radicals.
Substitution.
Agreed? ये जो CH3 CH double bond CH2 है, it will be reacting with Cl free radical to form Cl free radical के साथ react होके क्या क्या मिलेगा? You will get HCl plus CH2 double bond CH bond CH2 free radical. Agreed? This will react with another molecule of Cl2 to form the allyl chloride. Am I audible, everyone? Okay. So what is the answer? The answer is
B. B.
it is free radical substitution. It is not free radical addition because you are substituting H by Cl. Don't mark that as addition. Addition मतलब क्या होगा? None of the groups will be substituted. You will be adding a new group. यहाँ पे हाइड्रोजन जो है, इस हाइड्रोजन को रिप्लेस करके क्लोरीन को लेके आया मैं. Hence it is called as free radical substitution. Okay, next. Ethene can be prepared by dehydration of ethanol. Which of the following conditions will not favor the formation of ethene? Which of the following conditions will not favor the formation of ethene? 1 minute, I will refer to answer. Third question now. Again, this particular reaction we will see in the chapter of ethers. Large amount of ethanol. The reason is, what happens in dehydration of ethanol? What is the first step?
Addition of hydrogen.
Addition of hydrogen or the protonation of this particular alcohol, which will make a poor leaving group OH into a good leaving group H2O, which will lead to the formation of carbocation plus H2O. Agreed? Now in the system, you also have, if you are having excess amount of alcohol, ethanol, what will happen is, ये oxygen के ऊपर जो lone pair है, that lone pair will go and attack on this particular carbocation, which will lead to the formation of an ether. पहले यहाँ पे OH पॉजिटिव मिलेगा, जो भी कैटलिस्ट डाला हमने, if you are removing this, you will be getting an ether. And ये possible क्यों हुआ? Because of presence of excess amount of or large amount of ethanol. You are having this particular part, which will again react with this to form an ether. Agreed? We will understand about such reactions in our next chapter of organic. The name of the chapter is Reagents and Mechanisms. We will be understanding about different mechanisms. वहाँ पे आपको obvious लगेगा बाद में. अभी के लिए ऐसा कुछ reactions हमने देखा नहीं है, so you may feel this odd, but later on these reactions will be obvious. There can be several side reactions, and those side reactions, this particular side reaction will be favored by excess of ethanol. If you're having more and more amount of ethanol, some of the ethanol molecules have formed carbocation. Rest of the ethanol molecules are attacking on the same carbocation to form an ether. Okay. Okay. Fourth question. C5H8. What is the degree of unsaturation?
2.
It is
2.
2. So if you have 2 as the degree of unsaturation, you can have 2 double bonds. Agreed? आपको 1 डबल बॉन्ड भी हो सकता है, 1 डबल बॉन्ड होके एक रिंग हो सकता है, 1 ट्रिपल बॉन्ड, ये भी सही है. डबल एज वेल एज ट्रिपल बॉन्ड. डबल एज वेल एज ट्रिपल बॉन्ड मतलब आपको अनसैचुरेशन 3 हो जाएगा. So this is not possible. Option D. Agreed? Any doubt, anyone?
No,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Question number 5. You are adding excess of HOCl to propine, the final product. करो आप लोग करो. Any answer? Answer anyone? I'm erasing this particular part. Propine मतलब क्या होगा आपको? Carbon C, triple bond C. Onto this you are adding HOCl. What are the characteristic reactions of alkynes? Alkyne.
Additions.
They also will be electrophilic addition reaction, क्योंकि इसके अंदर भी आपको unsaturation है, 5 bonds है, so that will also be electrophilic addition reaction. In electrophilic addition reaction, you will be adding electrophile as well as nucleophile. The electrophile will be added to carbon bearing lesser number of hydrogens. The nucleophile will be added to carbon bearing higher number of hydrogens according to Markovnikov's rule. Agreed?
Sir.
ये जो HOCl है, how will you break this?
OH negative and Cl
Cl
positive.
positive.
OH negative and Cl positive. Oxygen being more electronegative, it will break as OH minus. Cl being less electronegative, it will break as Cl positive. So करेंगे क्या? Cl को कहाँ पे जाके attach करेंगे? It will be attached on this carbon. OH जाके attack होगा. It will be attached on this carbon, which led to the formation of an enol. Are enols stable? Are enol stable?
No.
No. So they will tautomerize to form this compound. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
So the product is
Option B.
option B. When can you get option D? It बिना tautomerize होके, if you are adding Cl here, another molecule of Cl, and you are adding another molecule of OH, you will get option D. And option D जैसा रुकेगा नहीं. Suppose in case if you are doing that without tautomerizing, if you are adding another molecule of HOCl, यहाँ पे Cl add होगा, यहाँ पे OH add होगा. Two OH groups on the same carbon atom unstable. If you remove H2O, you will be forming option A. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
But without before the formation of option A only, it will tautomerize to form this compound. Because enols are highly unstable, they will readily tautomerize to form this compound. So you can have some minor amounts of this as well. ये भी बन सकता है, but majorly you will be having this in the system. Agreed? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Question number 6. Longest carbon-carbon single bond will be in.
Option C.
क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपको हाइपर कॉन्जुगेशन होगा, which will lead to the formation of double bond character. यहाँ पे आपको रेजोनेंस होगा, अगेन आपको डबल बॉन्ड कैरेक्टर. यहाँ पे ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा. सो ऑप्शन सी. वेरी गुड.
हाइब्रिडाइजेशन से भी
हाइब्रिडाइजेशन से देख सकते हो. You can do that. This is sp2. This is also sp2. ये sp3. उनका ऑर्बिटल्स बड़ा रहेंगे. sp2 ऑर्बिटल will be smaller. This is sp3 and sp2. You can also check using hybridization. This is sp3 and this is sp2. This is sp2 sp2. These are sp3 sp3. sp3 hybrid orbitals are larger, so bond length वहां पे ज्यादा होगा. But the better reason is hyperconjugation and resonance. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Question number 7.
Option
Option
D.
option D. Yeah. Highly substituted alkene will be more stable because of greater hyperconjugating structures. Okay. Question number 8.
Two butene as major product.
Yes, you can get both 1 butene as well as 2 butene. 2 butene will be the major product. Okay. दोनों chances होगा, दोनों बन सकता है, out of which 2 butene will be the major product. Question number 9.
option C.
Option C is 0 because you don't have any chiral carbon. 2 butene को, if you are adding H2, it will be converting into this compound which don't have any chiral carbon. अगर आपको chiral carbon होता तो then you may judge number of optical isomers. Here you don't have any chiral carbon, so option C. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. 10th, alcoholic OH. Alcoholic OH के साथ कर, what is the reaction?
Dehydrohalogenation.
Dehydrohalogenation, which is an elimination reaction, which will lead to the formation of an alkene. Answer?
Option D.
Option D, because this is going to be the more stable alkene. You may also form option A, but this is a less stable alkene. Option D is more stable alkene, इसलिए D बनेगा ज्यादा. Any doubt? D will be
No.
major, A will be minor. Yeah. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Question number 11. Which of the following alkene will react fastest with H2 under catalytic hydrogenation conditions?
ऑप्शन ए.
Option
नहीं.
A. Option A.
नहीं.
सही है. Option A. The one which is less stable will be having greater energy. Hence, it will be having faster rate of reaction. और सब लोग ऐसा भी सोच सकते हो, catalytic hydrogenation involves adsorption process. Adsorption का मतलब क्या है? That particular alkene will be going and attaching on the catalytic surface. Agreed? जितना ज्यादा बल्कि ग्रुप्स रहेगा, उस पर्टिकुलर alkene को उसके ऊपर अटैच करना उतना ही ज्यादा मुश्किल होगा. So if you are having less and less amount of substitution, the adsorption will be effective and the rate of reaction will be more. Or you can also explain that based on the stability of the alkene, the one which is more stable will be having lesser energy or will be having lesser rate of reaction. The one which is less stable will be having greater energy and will be having greater rate of reaction. Any doubt, anyone?
No, sir.
Okay, question number 12. Which of the following compound on ozonolysis followed by oxidative hydrolysis yields propane 1,3 dioic acid, which is also called as malonic acid, as the only product? We are doing oxidative ozonolysis. I think I think I have given this same question in one of your exams.
Option
What you need to do whenever you write the ozonolysis products, break the bond, attach double bond O. This part will be converting into carboxylic acid, HCOH. So you'll get 2 moles of HCOH, and the other part ये बनेगा. What is the name of this acid? What is it called?
Lime.
This is called as oxalic acid. H2C2O4. H2C2O4. So this is not malonic acid. If you are breaking here, again you will get 2 moles of HCOH plus you will get double bond OH, बीच में कार्बन है और एक double bond OH. Agreed? This is called as malonic acid. Okay, so you are getting HCOH as well as malonic acid. इस केस में क्या होगा, आपको malonic acid भी मिलेगा और एक acid भी मिलेगा. Even in this case, you will get oxalic acid and it is not malonic acid. बीच में आपको 2 कार्बन है. You will get succinic acid. आपको ये दिया है ना मैंने, Ohm's gap. ये ऑलरेडी दिया आपको, याद है? O indicates oxalic acid. M indicates malonic acid. S indicates succinic acid. Glutaric acid. Adipic acid. आपको तब P का मतलब क्या है? या हाँ, गूगल करने के लिए कहा. किसने किया क्या? पहले ये कभी समझाया मैंने ओम्स कैप आया ना? ओके एक बार पी के साथ कौन सा एसिड आता है एक बार देख लेना. Oxalic acid में you don't have any carbons between the two COH. In the malonic acid you will be having one carbon. Succinic acid में you will be having two carbons between two COH. Glutaric acid के बीच में you will have three carbons. Adipic acid के two COH के बीच में you will be having four carbons. And in the last acid you will be having five carbons between the two COH. Any doubt? याद रखना. So succinic acid will be 1,4 dioic acid. Glutaric acid will be 1,5 dioic acid. Adipic acid will be 1,6 dioic acid. Palmitic acid will be 1,7 dioic acid. Agreed? Okay. Question number 13. OSO4 CHCl3 ये reagent अभी हमने देखा नहीं है. ये देखा है alkaline and cold K1O4 ये भी देखा है. B2H6 and alkaline H2O2 ये reagent भी अभी देखा नहीं हमने. And the answer for this is option D. अभी हमको देखना है ये reagent के बारे में. We will be looking at this reagent in our next chapters. So leave this question for now. Ozonolysis के साथ you cannot form alcohols, right? Ozonolysis के साथ you will be forming either forming aldehydes. Reductive ozonolysis में aldehydes or ketones. Oxidative ozonolysis में carboxylic acids or ketones. You can never get an alcohol. Similarly, using K1O4, cold dilute alkaline K1O4 के साथ you will be forming diols. You will be having two OH. एक OH तो नहीं मिलेगा. Osmium tetroxide. Even with this case, you will be forming a diol. So the only reagent left is this. इसके साथ you will be having anti-Markovnikov addition. अभी यहाँ के लिए याद रख लेंगे. प्रोपीन मतलब क्या हो गया? ये हुआ. You are adding H and OH according to anti-Markovnikov's rule. So H यहाँ पे ऐड करो, OH यहाँ पे ऐड करो, then you will be getting one propanol. Agreed? Okay. So it is addition of H2O as per anti-Markovnikov's rule, or anti-Markovnikov's addition of H2O, B2H6 and alkaline H2O2. We will look at that reagent later. Don't worry now. Solve question number 14.
Option C.
Option C. पहले आपको कार्बोकैटायन मिलेगा. यहाँ पे this will rearrange to form a 6-membered ring. Initially 5-membered ring है. 6-membered rings are more stable. So rearrange होके आपको 6-membered ring मिलेगा. And then you will be removing hydrogen to form an alkene. Option C होगा. Option D will be a minor product. Option D will be major because that is more substituted alkene. These reagents had to learn. These we will be learning in carbonyl compound. अभी यहाँ के लिए जरूरत नहीं है. Don't worry about that. Question number 16. Question number 16 and 17.
का
16 का C होगा. Trans.
C. Yes.
Trans has minimum dipole moment or zero dipole moment. If it is symmetrical, it will be zero. If it is asymmetrical, the dipole moment will be minimum. 17th का इन डिहाइड्रोहैलोजिनेशन हमने मैकेनिज्म देखा नहीं है. देयर वोंट बी एनी फॉर्मेशन ऑफ कार्बोकैटायन. आपको जो भी अवेलेबल बीटा हाइड्रोजन है उनको ही रिमूव करना है. सो इफ यू रिमूव दिस एंड दिस यू विल बी फॉर्मिंग 1 butene. Okay, there is no possibility for the formation of 2 butene. Even though 2 butene is more stable than 1 butene, don't form 2 butene. 2 butene बन नहीं पाएगा because this is 1 chlorobutane. You have choice of only this beta hydrogen. इसको हटाया तो आपको 1 butene ही मिलेगा. Any doubt anyone? Alcoholic potash. Potash indicates KOH. Alcoholic KOH के साथ आपको elimination करना है. Okay, solve question number 18. Answer?
Option C.
Option C. पहले आपको कार्बोकैटायन मिलेगा. This is a 5-membered ring. So expand this ring to form a 6-membered ring. Carbocation रहेगा. Remove the hydrogen from any of the beta carbons to form an alkene. Okay. Acid catalyzed dehydration of alcohols will always involve formation of carbocation. Dehydrohalogenation में there is no formation of carbocation using alcoholic OH. Any doubt anyone? Okay. Question number 19 आंसर बता दो. आंसर 19 का
सर 1342.
Option A.
Option A.
ऑप्शन ए. ऑप्शन ए 2 सबसे ज्यादा होगा because this is highly unstable alkene, so it will be reacting at a faster rate. उसके बाद 4, उसके बाद 3, उसके बाद 1. 1 being most stable और 1 is having bulkier groups, hence उसका adsorption कम होगा और rate of reaction कम होगा. Okay, so 2, 4, 3, 1. Question number 20. Answer?
A.
A. 4 सबसे कम. 20 का आंसर. I want answer for 20. Electrophilic addition. Electrophilic addition leads to the formation of carbocation. So you need to compare based on the stability of the carbocation that is formed.
Option C.
4312.
Four, 3, 1 and 2.
Option C.
Option B ना. Option B होगा.
Yes, sir.
The better option मुझे तो 2 सबसे ज्यादा लग रहा है. Because if you are adding an electrophile, you can form this particular carbocation, which can be resonance stabilized and which will lead to octet complete structure. Right?
हाँ सर।
बट यहाँ पे आई थिंक whenever ऐसा कुछ होगा, टू सबसे लीस्ट इसलिए है whenever you are approaching a H positive, Cl is more electronegative. Cl being more electronegative, the pi bond will always polarize onto this carbon. If the pi bond polarizes on this carbon, you can form this carbocation. But the pi bond will be polarized onto here because Cl being more electronegative, this carbon has become electron deficient. So the pi bond will always tend to move onto this particular carbon. The pi bond won't be polarizing on this carbon. If it is polarizing on that, आपको ये वाला carbocation मिलेगा, where the Cl is acting as electron withdrawing group. Hence, this is having least reactivity out of all. 4 greater than 3 ज़्यादा रहेगा because it will form a 2-degree carbocation. Then this is the 1-degree carbocation. This is least. Any doubt? Important logic here. You should not polarize this pi bond onto this carbon. You should always polarize this pi bond on this carbon because of presence of the Cl. Is this clear, everyone? I hope this is clear.
Yes sir.
Okay. Question number 21. Rate of hydration.
Sir, 1432.
1, 4, 3, 2. 1 greater than, 4 greater than, 3 greater than 2. एक बार ऑप्शन चेक कर लेते हैं.
Sir, 1, 2, 3, 4.
21. वन 1432 ही दिया है. 1432 ही है. According to Markovnikov's rule, पहले H positive जो है, it will be attached to carbon bearing greater number of hydrogens. So यहाँ पे attach हुआ तो आपको carbocation यहाँ पे मिलेगा. This particular carbocation is resonance stabilized, leading to the formation of octet complete structure. Okay. And यहाँ पे there will be resonance. Similarly यहाँ पे भी हम ऐसा ही कुछ explanation दे सकते हैं like this. ये जो pi bond है, it will be polarized onto this. यहाँ पे आपको carbocation मिलेगा which is least stable. Okay. Because of the presence of electron withdrawing group, this will be least stable. So 1 greater than, 4 greater than, 3 greater than 2. Any doubt?
Sir. Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, हाइड्रेशन में भी हम चेक कर सकते हैं ना सब्स्टिट्यूशन के इसमें.
Sorry.
लीस्ट सब्स्टिट्यूशन इन हाइड्रेशन भी अपन सब्स्टिट्यूशन के अकॉर्डिंग में कर सकते हैं ना चेक.
Substitution के according, that is in general, but यहाँ पे ऑक्सीजन ये ग्रुप्स भी है ना, मतलब रेजोनेंस.
ओके.
ज्यादा सब्स्टिट्यूटेड वाला ज्यादा रिएक्टिव इसलिए बोलते हैं, that is based on hyperconjugation. But if you are having any other group which can show resonance, even though it is less substituted, then also its reactivity can be more. Okay.
Yes sir.
Yeah. solve remaining of the questions as homework. We will discuss in the next lecture. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.